Wow, it finally happened. After weeks of making strange noises, the pump on my PC finally died, but the problem is that my entire job revolves around a PC, so I can't just be left without one. So in a matter of literal minutes, I had to put some kind of emergency setup together, so this is what I came up with. The star of the show is obviously my laptop, the LG Gram Style, which I unboxed on this channel a while back. While it still looks fantastic and it's incredibly light, it is getting on in years, and its Intel 1360p CPU is not that impressive anymore. Neither is the 32GB of non-upgradable RAM, which is a major bottleneck for video editing. Not to mention the fact that its selection of I/O ports is downright unacceptable, with just 2 USB Type-C, a single Type-A, an audio jack, and an SD card reader. Plus, given how thin it is, it also gets incredibly hot, as in high 90s all the way to 100 degrees hot. So to solve those last two issues, in comes the Razer cooling pad. It's basically just placing a giant fan under your laptop to try and keep it a bit more cool. And while it's definitely not a game changer, maybe shaving off a couple of degrees max, it will at least help to prevent the CPU from thermal throttling, thus affecting performance. Plus, it also comes with 3 additional USB Type-A ports at the back to help with the I/O problem. However, all of that does not alleviate the performance issue. There's only so much you can do when the CPU itself is getting kind of old and you don't have a discrete GPU. So thankfully, there's the Razer Core X V2. They actually sent it a while back, but I just didn't have any opportunity to showcase it on the channel yet, so it finally gets its few minutes in the spotlight. However, unfortunately, it's still not possible to show the full extent of what this thing can do, given how it is a Thunderbolt 5 capable enclosure, while this laptop only has Thunderbolt 4. And given how this thing is going to cost you $350, and you still have to bring your own graphics card and PSU, remember, then of course you'd want as much performance out of it as possible. But whatever, just insert your graphics card of choice, in this case an ARC A770, simply because that's just the fastest thing I had spare, add in your PSU, plus the cable going from it to the laptop also charges it, which saves us 1 additional Type-C port. To top it all off, I'll just add this hub from Ugreen to give us Ethernet, and pretty much everything is ready to go. Though as a sanity check, it's best to make sure that your computer is actually set up to use the external graphics card by going into your graphics settings and seeing that it is being displayed as the high performance option, and that Windows itself is choosing it for your games, as well as going into any GPU accelerated apps like in my case DaVinci Resolve, and making sure that's set to use the external solution rather than the integrated graphics. Okay, and sure, performance wise, when it comes to editing, it's still not great, but it's still a night and day difference compared to just doing none of that and just hooking up your laptop straight into your display, hooking up your mouse and keyboard, and that's it. Now I just have to wait for a new pump to arrive, and I'll be definitely doing a video about that as well, so definitely subscribe so you don't miss it. And in the meantime, maybe check out a Patreon as well to make me feel better that I'm stuck with this setup for the time being. Plus huge thanks to Gavin Burns, Justin Rage, Elavronia, Polish Roker, not a pseudonym, Meg Sumner, Shane Allcroft, and Mason Magruder. But anyway, that's what it is. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then remember to subscribe, like, whatever, and I'll see you all in whatever I make next. Goodbye everyone. Goodbye.